Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I am so grody from work right now. I apologize. I tried to ungrotify myself as best I could, so, like, hopefully it's me, so, you know, we know the gist of things. But, anyway. Folks, super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing grody work clothes, as I previously alluded to. Folks, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, typically that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That's not the case today. I've actually had this item in my fridge for a little bit, and I was just like, I got to get around to reviewing it, so I went over there and put it out in my truck so that I'd remember to do it. So, what is it? What am I reviewing? Why did I need to put it out in my truck? Well, folks, it is, boom, it's this! It is, well, that didn't help. It is, it is Le Nostro Rio Grande Foods Horchata rice milk drink with cinnamon. Woo! It's horchata in a can. And it's got a little dude on the back, and he's like, woo, horchata. I agree with the little dude. Learn more about our products. Okay, so cool. It doesn't have like a stupid ass mission statement or anything. Yeah, I got this at a little Mexican supermarket. I saw it and I was like, I like horchata. I think I would like horchata on the go. Okay, so horchata. Which, if you've never had horchata, you are missing out on life. Go to a proper Mexican restaurant, not anything owned by white people. Not Taco Bell, none of that bullshit. Go to a proper Mexican restaurant, get yourself some horchata. It's fantastic. Love that stuff. It appeals to my love of rice pudding. Let's open it up. One thing that's interesting to note, it has the old-timey, the smaller cap, or smaller, like, hole things. That was the dumbest sentence anyone's ever uttered. But no, like, back in, like, maybe, like, the early 90s, early to mid-90s, that's when they started doing the big mouth tabs for, you know, for canned drinks. It's interesting that, you know, you don't see too many of, like, the smaller ones these days. Okay. Because I did shake it up beforehand. I was like, well, it kind of went down, but not entirely. Alright. That doesn't smell like any horchata I've ever had. Well, let's give it a go. Well, there's a cinnamon smell to it. Okay. Alright. I mean, straight up, it's not as good as fresh horchata. It's just not. It feels too milky, I guess. Like, whereas, like, proper horchata, it literally, it fucking tastes kind of like you're drinking rice pudding. It has that sort of overall profile to it. And I love it, man. It's wonderful. It's a very unique flavor. I love the way that it works. With this, I'm getting more milkiness than I am really like the rice or the cinnamon. It's a very milky tasting drink, which isn't terrible. I mean, you know, I can get what they're going for with it. Like, I do. Because there's a little rice aspect to it, and there's a little cinnamon aspect to it. But whereas those are typically the leading flavors in like a proper horchata, in this they're sort of afterthoughts. They're there, you know, they're doing their thing. They're not there, but yeah, it's okay. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as like proper horchata, you know, because again, you know, it's not fresh. It's not like right there. I was hoping it would be a little bit closer to kind of what I personally have come to expect of horchata, though. That is expectation versus reality, yeah. I do still like it for what it is, but, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a heavy drink. The way it drinks is, like, it's got that, heaviness to it. Kind of like if you've ever had, like a Starbucks double shot drink. That kind of thing. It has a similar sort of texture and kind of drinkability to it. I don't mind it, but I don't think... Obviously, again, the benefit of this is it's potentially horchata to go. Just you can keep it with you and it's around. Yay. Would this, if I was having a particularly strong horchata fix, would this go over there and supplement that fix? Would this be my methadone to keep me going until I could get proper horchata? No, I'm going to go no. I think that, well, again, I'm not saying it's nothing like horchata. It's not enough like it, it doesn't have, all the elements are there, but the elements that should be highlighted and really, the things that make it a really special drink, I don't feel are really particularly prominent in it. They're just sort of, again, they're sort of afterthoughts. Now, all that said, folks, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go with no and sorta, I guess. For me personally, this is one of those instances where it was always going to be fighting a bit of an uphill battle because, horchata it works best when it's, in that environment, when, it's right there and it's done properly, it's magical. This was never going to live up to that. I understood that coming into it. But I was hoping, again, that it would be more similar. It's not anywhere close to that specialness that I feel that, like, really proper horchata is. And so for me personally, it's just like, yeah, I would just wait until I could get real good horchata. Excuse me, I have something in my throat. I have enough, like, really excellent Mexican restaurants around me that I could go to and get really good horchata. I don't have a need for this product, personally. If I'm recommending it, though, like, it's not a bad product. I do want to emphasize that. It's not bad tasting or anything. It's kind of semi-sweet milk drink. It's fine. If I didn't have the expectation of horchata, I would be much more forgiving to it. But because it is trying to be horchata, I have to kind of, keep that in mind. But as a drink, it's okay. I'm not going to tell somebody to not drink it, because, like, it's fine. It's an okay drink. But if you're expecting horchata, I don't think you're going to get what you're looking for. But if you just want a nice enough drink, it's fine. It's nothing, even at its best, it's nothing to write home about, but it's certainly not bad. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. You go over there and have yourselves a truly proper horchata-tastic rest of your life, because proper horchata, that's one of those things. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it, I live it, I'm out there with you in it. Life can be bullshitty and just really not fun to deal with, and then you just stress and frustration and blah, 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 blah. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's what I want you to go out and do. If you've never had proper horchata, go get some proper horchata. Look around, do some Google searches, find yourself a cool little Mexican spot. I can all but guarantee you that they're going to have horchata available. It's wonderful, man. It's a wonderful thing. Almost, not every single time, but I will say at least 50% of the time when I go out for, like, Mexican food at proper Mexican restaurants, I get horchata. If I'm not getting horchata, it's usually because I'm either getting, like, a smoothie that they have on offer, because sometimes they'll have, cool smoothies, Or I might get some Jarritos, because if I just want, like, you know, Mexican soda. Or conversely, I mean, you don't, you know, maybe you're just not into that whole thing. That's fine. You can not, you know, I mean, you can hate happiness. Do what you want to do. I'm just saying. Bye.